As a man, you have a lot of responsibilities in life, man. No matter what it is, any obstacle, any mountain, any hill, any bump in the road, you don't let nothing stop you, man. No matter what it takes, man. Anything easy in life, you will never respect. A test is just a setup for a testimony.
Give me 1 second, man. Let me check this sound real quick. I heard some weird shit just then. Bear with me, please. I'll be right with you in a second.
Nationwide, B-Sick Mafia, BTBG, yeah. Come on. I seen this young bull on the turf, he ain't got nothing to lose. Pockets empty on the block with a plot to get cheesy. Younger with something to prove. Captivated by the street life, activated by the bleak sights. Young bull on a fast track to a death sentence with green lights. So we men on mics.
Hard head make a song fast. Money come but it go fast. You going down the one way, the wrong way. You about to crash. You speeding straight to a body bag. Got you a little gang flag. This shit is so sad. And the damn bucket, we got another grab. I'm warning you about the storm ahead. You could call this up a hook-ass. Lead foot on the damn gas with no brakes or airbags. He got a little gun, he gripped up, feeling like he got big cojones. Damn shame, fuck his name, put dumbass on his toe tag. This is what happened when you television, your babysitter, mama working 2 jobs and you ain't got no father figure. Street life looks sweet and you want some dessert with dinner, then you take one damn bite, finding it's filled with
dinner. This young bull on the turf, he ain't got nothing to lose. Pockets empty on the block with a plot to get cheesy. Younger with something to prove. Captivated by the street life, activated by the bleak sights. Young bull on a fast track to a death sentence with green lights. So we men on
mics. You holding 30s at a third of that age. OG at 20, you already got a decade of dispersing that pain. They say your body count as heavy as that torrential rain that drench your city, spill of blood and never go down the drain. Such a pity cause your mother let you go out and play, but the turf is gang related from the parks to the blade. There ain't no work but banging, making it is hard to attain unless you laying down your ops a major part of the game. You started telling it on record, superstar with the fame. So now you selling it with millions, several cars to your name. So many mothers you may cry, they sons are laid in the earth. The messed up part is now you're rich and got away with the dirt.
I see this young bull on the turf, he ain't got nothing to lose. Pockets empty on the block with a plot to get cheesy. Younger with something to prove. Captivated by the street life, activated by the bleak sights. Young bull on a fast track to a death sentence with green lights. So we men on mics.
Young bull, goddamn it, it's hard to explain it. These young jits don't know what they doing on this planet. They need a plan, man. Grasping the concept, it's just one component of the objective. To get out this maze, man, are you a made man akin to mice? There's many after a whole new chapter. Put the depression down, incline to them rappers. Step luck don't love you like you do it. Don't matter how you do it, it's always something trying to ruin. Trust that they can grow with what you're pursuing. Don't let it stop your movement. Keep that pivot grooved in and keep on choosing to be greater. Don't let a hater activate your green light. You ignite the truth, that's what I do. You the proof, can't let no nigga shake you foot loose.
One time. I seen this young bull on the turf, he ain't got nothing to lose. Pockets empty on the block with a plot to get cheesy. Younger with something to prove. Captivated by the street life, activated by the bleach sights. Young bull on a fast track to a death sentence with green lights. Are we men or mice?
Young bull getting to the bag. He never owned a strap, he don't belong with that. But he control the block like a cornerback. Not one OG try to mold a cat. When I play catch with a nigga, but they showed him a stat. I put the weed in the bag, he believing in that. He really wanna rap, they be keeping him mad. And his dad is a bum, never see the cat. The streets feed him crack, now he fiend for that. Help the young man, they won't even lead him back. I seen him leaning back with a needle jack. Can't believe he told me that he needed crack. I said, listen, young bull, don't believe in that. You don't wanna be in the back, I'ma give you a track. Just send me the track back, took off his backpack, pull out a black Mac, duck the black bag. Let me give you niggas a hashtag. Let me give you niggas something that you can laugh at. Take a look in the mirror. Niggas ain't laugh yet? You a funny looking nigga. Yeah, you that bad. And be a black man. You act like that, man. Take him to the back. We don't need a crack, man. For back to back, man. That's the fact, man. Nah, but we don't need that,
See
man.
this young bull on the turf, he ain't got nothing to lose. Pockets empty on the block with a plot to get cheese. A youngin' with something to prove. Captivated by the street life, activated by the bleach sights. Young bull on a fast track to a death sentence with green lights. Are we men or mice?
I'm on the block with a Glock 22 Gen 4. When it's hot, I got my P22, it ain't stolen. Not cause I'm looking for a knot. Oh no, I got it on me cause I'm ready. You ain't know I been holding. Pinstripe, know a nigga not going bowling. Win right, try and get my aim for a long one. I really been on one. Try and make a motherfucking name before I end up in a bag like a second of that good gas. Ain't nobody really got a hood pass. Everybody know it, they can get it. Don't get their ass wetted. To a dark place, you was headed. You can see it on your face, you ain't ready. Nigga really just petty. Gon' put the work in already. How you think a nigga finna get ready when the shit grow steady? Going all in, no semi. 1,000 horsepower Hemi. He started just feeling the Henny shots, thinking he took too many. But then he stopped cause the room started spinning. And then he lost all his food from dinner. What it costs just to prove that you finished. Way too many thoughts can pollute how you ended. A penny costs more just to be printed, so I don't defend it. I know it's way more than my image.
This young bull on the turf, he ain't got nothing to lose. Pockets empty on the block with a plot to get cheese. A youngin' with something to prove. Captivated by the street life, activated by the bleach sights. Young bull on a fast track to a death sentence with green lights. Are we men or mice? 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 Yeah, ride out. Ride out. Ride out.
What's happening, family? Well, I love the way y'all feeling here, man. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Welcome to Live from the Cave, man. Thank you for being here. As you can see in the description and the title, we will be discussing the Ahmaud Arbery case. You know, I haven't forgot. I damn well know K Money ain't forgot. K Money ready to fight somebody because she ain't hearing nothing about it. And I respect that. Salute to John Q for stopping through, man. You know I gotta run through my chat, show everybody, my family, my love. We got my Mars in the building, K Money and Uncle Charles. Salute to Uncle Charles, man, who be putting in that work, man. Ever since Uncle Charles learned how to drop them links, ain't no stopping them now. That's my dog. What's up, Uncle Charles? Yeah. Who else we got in here? We got my cousin Renee. I miss your call, cuz. I called you back. It went straight to voicemail, so I don't just think I ignored you. Wouldn't do that. Shalom. Little sister Carla in the building. What's going on, Carla? Miss Queen Lorraine is in the building. What's good, fam? How you doing? Glad you're here. Glad you're here. And we got Althea Pokes in the building. What's going on? AP. That's what I'm going to call you. AP. Yeah. Fam is in the building. The legend is in the building. What's going on, cuzzo? Hey, I had cousin in the studio. I said, hey, I got to go live tonight. Last time you had me late, Legend came in and knocked out 2 goddamn songs in probably about an hour time. So salute to the Legend. Y'all be looking for that meticulous heart, man. Real soon. Well, not real soon, but August. Yeah. Salute to the Legend. Who else we got in here? Who else? Anybody else that I miss? Let me keep scrolling because y'all drop these comments here fast. We got Melanated Agendas in the building. Welcome back. Glad you stopped through. Yeah, if I miss you, forgive my mind. My heart in the right place. I always remember that. But we're in the building tonight, people, and we got a good topic. And we're going to talk about some things. I'm going to get your feedback. Anybody is welcome to join me on my live. Always remember, panel courtesy. And we good. So we're going to crank up with a song. For those who actually just heard my new song, I wasn't going to drop it, but came out and said, come on, bro, drop it. So I dropped it today. I was going to wait for a while to drop that song. Never Too Much. Story, it was just the art of storytelling. That never happened at all. That never happened. I just created that story, and I put a visual together to try to make it make sense. That's the difference for me and a lot of other rappers. The art of storytelling. That's what we had back in my generation. And I'm trying to keep it going. Drop it again? Okay. Let me drop it again. Hold on. Let me make sure I drop the right one. He said drop it again. I'm assuming you're talking about the link to the panel. There it is. All right. Let me make sure I ain't missing nobody here. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and crank up some music. So if you pop up, listen to the song. That's what we're finna rock to. So let's go ahead and turn up, man, and we're gonna get the show on the road. So we're gonna play a jam. And this first song we will be playing, which I actually tried to play first. I'm going to play now. Hopefully I have no damn issues this time. This is Ahmaud Arbery. Oh, no, put that up there, Blake. Still running, no matter what. Check it out.
As a man, you have a lot of responsibilities in life, man. No matter what it is, any obstacle, any mountain, any hill, any bump in the road, you don't let nothing stop you, man. No matter what it takes, man. Anything easy in life, you will never respect. A test is just a setup for a testimony. Yeah. You can't call yourself a man if you're ready to quit. Trust me, I know. I've been there. Talk to him, nigga. I know all about the struggle, homie. Cause I did it. And I went through it. I never gave up, no matter what. Never wanna give it up, no matter what. I'ma just fight till I'm done. Never wanna give it up, no matter what. You would never make me run. Never wanna give it up, no matter what. I'ma just fight till I'm done. You would never make me run. No matter what. I'm sick of these fuckers, they taking the law in their hand. Trying to get me a chopper cause nobody following the fucking laws of the land. How do they call you a man? You really a bitch, you be calling your friend. And when we go jogging, you calling it in. You not a man, you really a trend. I had enough of a man. These trumpets I blow don't belong in a band. I'ma give him the smoke, I'ma blow up his head. I'ma empty the clip, make sure that he dead. My pencil mechanical stacked with the lid. I'm a radical when I done ran out of meds. Will detach your neck from your head. My bandana red. Let's go. Never wanna give it up, no matter what. I'ma just fight till I'm done. Never wanna give it up, no matter what. You would never make me run. Never wanna give it up, no matter what. I'ma just fight till I'm done. You would never make me run. No matter what. I feel like just taking a job, running a couple of blocks. Put on my bandana, grab me a tee. Put on my shoes and my socks. When I work out, I just like to go hard. I should be sick cause my name is Ahmaud. I never bother nobody, they won't bother me. That's just the way of the law. Now who would've thought I would face such a cost? The neighbors, they just started making these calls. They telling the peoples I'm breaking it home. I pray to God that I just make it home. I came by myself so I'm running alone. Somebody is calling me, what do they want? I'm looking behind me, I'm seeing a truck. In the back of the truck is a man with a gun. I do what I do and continue to run. They pull up beside me, they cutting me off. The man in the back, he begin to jump off. I protected myself before he could let off. But he pulled the trigger and that's when I would fall. 2 shots in my body, I knew I was gone. They could've left me alone. I wish I was home. I'm on my way to the throne. What up, Mark? I'm running with you. No matter what. Let's go. Never wanna give it up. No matter what. I'ma just fight till I'm done. Never wanna give it up. No matter what. They thought they was getting away. No sir, no way. Y'all gotta pay. Ain't no play. Put some respect on his name. Hey, we callin' for change. Gotta get rid of that DA. She evil like a goddamn slave. We gotta get her gone. Made the bitch leave this stage. That Ryder tried to plead this case. Got him locked up, had to leave his place. Should've seen his face. He's scared, so he gon' turn state. Now he running from the KKK. Now I heard Travis called you a nigga to your face. As your body laid, damn, that's a goddamn shame. But your mom stepped up. She was amazing. That new law should be named after her baby. Hey, hey, never wanna give it up. No matter what. I'ma just fight till I'm done. Never wanna give it up. No matter what. You will never make me run. Never wanna give it up. No matter what. I'ma just fight till I'm done. You will never make me run. No matter what. Hey.
Arrests have been made in the death of Ahmaud Arbery, the African-American man shot and killed by two armed white men while jogging through a South Georgia neighborhood.
Well, Jeff, around 8 o'clock, we learned that GBI arrested father and son Gregory and Travis McMichael for the death of Ahmaud Arbery. Both men have been charged with murder and aggravated assault.
The community is demanding answers.
Ahmaud carried the most humblest spirit. Ahmaud was kind. He was well-mannered. Ahmaud, most of all, was loved by his family and peers. I mean, Ahmaud didn't deserve to go the way that he went.
This got to stop.
And that just was enough.
Bitch, I run for Ahmaud.
Yeah, damn sure do. I run for Ahmaud. Fuck your thought. Yeah, so that was still running. Of course, no matter what, that is on the Inspired album. And my fault. Just realized y'all wanted me to play the song, which I will play next. But let's go ahead and get the show started. When we take the next music break, I promise you that'll be the next song I play. But of course, I definitely want to take a moment and just say rest in peace to Andrew Brown Jr. I have not read up on the story yet. I just got a notification, of course. Came on, I know you called me and asked me about it, but of course, I was in the midst of recording Legend, so didn't have enough time to actually read up on it, but I definitely will do that. But if anybody have any information on that, we can get into that a little later. But tonight is about Ahmaud. Not a lot of information, but it's important to stay up on what's going on because, of course, we here in Brunswick is not going to let this case just be swept under the rug, which we have made some movements in this case. Some laws change with the citizens arrest shit that them fuckers tried to do. We ain't playing that shit. Salute to the NFAC for coming down here, standing up. They got the ball rolling. A lot of people forgot that this is where this shit started at, with Ahmaud. So I can't, do these case studies about other people, which my heart goes out to all of them and their families, and forget about my own city. You feel me? So we're going to go ahead and play. And salute to John Q. I appreciate you for sending me that video, even though I've seen a lot of that footage, but it's some things in that damn shit I didn't know. So I appreciate you, John Q, for sending me that. But first thing I'm going to show y'all, which y'all probably already saw, came from my page. And it's very interesting to know that they feel this way. You feel me? So let's go ahead and jump into the first video. Like I said, you might have already seen it if you follow my other page. And that's okay. You can watch it again. But here it is. This is the one where the defense say they expecting to win if things go the same way it went with George Floyd. Check it out.
Southeast Georgia, a sigh of relief after the verdict was given in the Derek Chauvin trial. But attention is shifting to what is next for the men accused of chasing and killing Ahmaud Arbery. Arbery's family feels better about the potential outcome, but so do defense attorneys. On your side's Troy Kless has more.
A summer of protest in Southeast Georgia, the names George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery became a rallying cry. Marcus Arbery Sr., Ahmaud's dad, says his level of faith in the justice system was raised after the verdict.
I really had doubt. I'm just being honest with you because how they were doing African-American people for so long.
Attorney Lee Merritt represents Arbery's mother. He watched the trial in person last week and says there was relief in the verdict. He says there was a major difference in how Arbery's death and George Floyd's were investigated.
We're hoping that when we get to the trial, that sort of glaring errors in the initial sloppy investigation won't come back to bite prosecutors.
Defense attorneys for one of the men accused of killing Arbery, Travis McMichael, also reacted to the verdict. A statement to First Coast News says in part, "We think the jury's verdict in the Chauvin case is fully supported by the evidence presented in the courtroom. We trust and expect the jury in our case to do the same," and says if they do that, we are confident that Travis will be acquitted. Arbery's dad is confident that won't happen.
I'm feeling real comfortable right now because I see my son will get some justice. Look like he's going to get some justice now because the way they handled that case was real professional and they done their job.
The men charged in Arbery's death will be back in court soon. On May 12th and 13th, the hearing is scheduled to discuss several motions made in the case. A trial date, though, has not been set. Georgia has allowed jury trials to resume, which were shut down because of the pandemic.
So, hopefully you were listening. The thing that stood out to me when I looked at that clipping, that video, was the fact that, the lawyer of Travis McMichael said if things go the way they went in the George, I always say the George Floyd case because I don't even like saying that motherfucking name, so I ain't gonna say it. But anyway, he said the facts were put out and presented, and they was charged because of this. What in the hell is he thinking gonna happen in this case? Let's bring OK Money.
Hi, my brother. I'm with you on that. What the hell was he thinking of saying that? You know the boys are guilty of sin. So yeah, I hope things go the same like George Floyd, and they get charged with murder, first-degree murder. Period.
Now we have a lot of minds in this chat. So if anybody can think, playing devil advocate on what this goddamn lawyer is thinking, that the judge or the jurors are going to say that make them walk free, I have no fucking idea. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I can say that they might try is the fact that I heard a long time ago, he shouldn't have ran at him with the guy when the gun was pointed. What the fuck you mean? The fuck you mean? He was pointing the gun at me. It was fight or flight. Either way, he could have died. That's how I see it.
Hey, they so used to shoot niggas in the back that's what they wanted to do. Let them get shot in the back. But that was a brother that was going out with a fight. And I run with Ahmaud all day long.
Most definitely. And, I think in the next video, I'm going to show y'all that which John Q sent to me. One thing that I know Travis said to the cop, he was hitting me. You goddamn right he was hitting you, bitch. You was pointing a gun at me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do nothing to you. I was just taking a jog through the neighborhood. Bitch, y'all call me. I don't have to fucking answer y'all. Who the fuck are you? Mm-hmm. The nerve of these motherfuckers. You feel what I'm saying?
Nerve. I mean, our brother Ahmaud was jogging, running away, trying to escape, and they were still blocking him off, chasing him. So what you mean? When you point the gun, what? You got to think logically. Well, listen, they've been following me, and he pointing a gun at me now. He's either going to shoot me in the back if I keep running, or I got to try and take the gun from him. And I would be just like Ahmaud, try and take that gun from him. And I'm glad he got a punch in.
let's just play what if. And I'm not saying Ahmaud did anything wrong. Let's say what you think would have happened if Ahmaud would have kept going and didn't turn to him and just kept running. Do you think they would have kept chasing him, eventually shooting him in the back, or do you think they would have let him go?
I think they would have shot him in his back because that's what they intended.
Can't hear you, sis. You turn muffled.
Can you hear me now? Better?
A little better, but go ahead. I can hear you a little bit better, but I can't hear you like y'all just did.
I know. My shit is messed up.
There you go.
Okay. There you go. Well, I believe that they would have shot him in the back because that's what they do, the cowards that they are. So that's what I believe.
But
they were never going to let him go. Never let him go. No.
I don't think they would have either. You know what I'm saying? I think they was hell bent on killing them a black man that day.
Yeah. Look at the route. If you guys noticed, and if you're aware of the situation, the route that they took, and he was trying to get away from them. They was chasing him.
Oh yeah. I was in the neighborhood when I shot no matter what, I was in that neighborhood. Mm-hmm. I was running down the same street he was running down. You know what I'm saying? And some of the footage is in our neighborhood where me and him lived. Well, when he lived here down the street from me, but I know the route he took. I drove it, I ran it, and it's like they wasn't gonna let him go. They wasn't. I just don't see it. Let me talk about not Uncle Charles. John Q just posted in the chat.
Yeah.
He may say that by Ahmaud grabbing the gun, it accidentally went off, and that's what caused the gun to go off. Well, you know what? That would have been a great excuse, but I believe he did tell the cop he pulled the trigger. He said he had no choice. You remember his dad said that? He had no choice. So they can cut that shit out because he pulled that damn trigger. Because he lifted up and pow.
Well, I'm going to drop down because I'm choppy, boss man. But yeah,
okay,
they ain't getting off. If they do, I'm coming to friggin' Brunswick and murdering them myself. No, I'm not. I'm just joking.
You should have turned like Minneapolis if they get off. I promise you that shit. We don't play that shit down here. It's some idiot motherfuckers down here. All right, sis. Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. But John Q, that would have been a good excuse if they wouldn't have had already said he had no choice but to do it. So we're gonna knock that one off. See what else we got. See what else the chat talking about. Geneva, what's going on, Geneva? Salute. I'm glad you're in here. Geneva said they chased that man and killed him. That's all. Point blank heard. For real. Carla said unless they pull, they weren't police officers like. Well, the thing about it, I think the father felt like they was gonna get away because he was a former police officer. You know what I'm saying? He worked in under the DA, which allowed him to go on and on without completing a lot of tests that they had to pass to be out working the streets. And he had a lot of them that was incomplete. So another thing that we did here in Brunswick, we got her ass up out of here. So we had boots on the ground. Not only the NFAC, but when the NFAC left, we still had boots on the ground doing that thing. And we made sure shit changed. We got us a new DA. And salute to him for that. You know what I'm saying? We went and found one that was willing to run. And guess what? He here. Yeah. So that's good news. And just in your city, whatever you're doing, if you have any type of situation similar to what's going on around the world, you can make a change. Your city just got to get out there and put their feet on the fucking ground and make some noise. You ain't got to have money. You just got to know people and make some noise. Believe that shit. For real, because we did it. See what else we got in here. That's the question we'll never be able to answer, like Brown Eyes. And I think I asked that question a few lives ago. I said, what the fuck did we do to any damn body? You know, y'all did all the evil shit to us, first and foremost. And y'all still think it wasn't enough. So you continue with your shenanigans and bullshit. And now when a motherfucker ready to tear up a city, you want us to stop. Man, fuck you. Yeah, I said it. I'm sorry. I get mad when I think about this shit. I'm sorry. Y'all forgive me. Let me go ahead and go to that song real quick. And the link is in the chat, man. Y'all welcome to come up and give your opinion. I'll play this song. We're going to come back, and I'm going to show you the next video that the bro John Q sent to me. So if you didn't see the world premiere of Never Too Much, you're in luck because they asked for it. So I'm going to give it to you again. Let's do it. This is Never Too Much. True art storytelling. Remember, this is not a true story. And I hope this shit downloaded, because if it didn't, I'm going to be mad. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. God damn. Oh, it didn't download, so I'm going to have to do it again. So I'm going to play another song, and right after that will be that song. My apologies. In the meantime, between time, we're going to go ahead and do the legend. Because the angel's crying, man. Let's do it.
So special.
Another body slain in the street, and we've been needing change, needing peace. We dying, we can't take it no further. Heard the angels crying, they scream murder, murder. Heard the angels crying, they scream murder, murder. Oh, you hear them angels crying.
Steady crying cause they see my people murdered. Crackers trying tactics that way's always unheard of. Big dogs and lock chains, man, they used to burn us. And the shit was so crazy that they used to hunt us. Now my people getting murdered in the streets for running. I'm tired of the racing niggas like we nothing. Promise they won't be too happy once a nigga start busting. But that's what they wanna see, a black man caged up in jails and penitentiaries. I swear the system meant to fuck us. Ran by some white man sporting them Benjamin buttons, followed by that white militia that's known to do some handcuffing. Like the Greek freak in Milwaukee, I'm finna start bucking. Thinking that they can control us, they finna start something. 400 years of oppression, now we had enough. Can't you feel the pressure of my people that's finna erupt? Try to be a friendly foe, now we finna power up.
Another body slain in the street, and we've been needing change, needing peace. We dying, we can't take it no further. Heard the angels crying, they scream murder, murder. Heard the angels crying, they scream murder, murder. Oh, you hear them angels crying.
I'm not doing a bad thing. I'm actually was telling the truth. I just got nervous. That's why I was acting stupid at one point. You just gotta believe me, because I'm actually telling the truth. I'm not trying to lie. I just got nervous.
See, I'm a mother, a sister, a cousin, a friend. How you screaming all lives matter with privileged skin? And if we matter, why we can't just jog for fun? Without these stupid motherfuckers chasing us with guns. And why we can't sleep peaceful in our homes at night? You bust in, we bust back, and we lose a life. Lose our right, can't even protect our home. I'm screaming, arrest them bitches till they dead or gone. See, I don't know the pain the mama's feeling, but every day I pray for your mental healing, cause it'll be hell if we started killing. But two wrongs don't make a right. I tell my son all officers not bad and every racist isn't white. So see the truth and know how to move, cause they gon' do what they do, regardless of how perfect that record view. And no reaction is the safest when they provoking you. Like damn, could you take a jog in our shoes? Could you afford to lose?
Another body slain in the street, and we've been needing change, needing peace. We dying, we can't take it no further. Heard the angels crying, they scream murder, murder. Heard the angels crying, they scream murder, murder.
Yeah.
Oh, you hear them angels crying.
Welcome to the last days. Shit is spooky. I'd rather riot, fuck marching. That shit is goofy. All these crackers, my enemies. I'm unruly. Footage of me killing cops. I'm making movies. My halo crack, my wings are broken. I'm going out like a soldier with my barrel smoking. Revelations in my clip, nigga. I'm not joking. Get biblical in this bitch. I'm Holy Ghosting. Every nigga that was lynched is a cop. I'm yoking. Eye for eye. You witnessing slaves revoking. Too late to wave white flag. Shit is in motion. When I hit officer down, I'm champagne toasting. Blame America for making me nigga with no emotions. You are the father, ask Maury Povich. I never seen a man cry till I seen a man die. I'm a southern boy, of course pigs are fried.
Another body slain in the street, and we been needing change, needing peace. We dying, we can't take it no further. Heard the angels crying, they scream murder, murder. Heard the angels crying, they scream murder, murder. Oh, you hear them angels crying.
Look into my eyes, tell me what you see. It's a cold, cold world, ain't nobody left for me and a few more others. Brothers of the struggle, struggling we strive to rise from the rubble. Faced with the opposition, mission on deck. Organize and unify, so we ride, nigga bet. We gon' size up the threat, slide on they set. Lords don't decipher some old VFS. G's to the B's, I be choose to manifest on some grown folk shit. Nigga said with your chest, leaning to the extreme where the scene's nothing less. Homie bouncing on the beam, on the scene in the vest. Strapped up, shouted with a 40 in extension. Blowing on some mid in the middle of the tension. All that attention when the OG speak for Ahmaud Arbery. Niggas rolling so deep. Hey,
another body slain.
If I was you and you was me,
we been needing change,
who would you be?
Peace. We dying, we can't take it no
because we are one and the same.
Heard the angels crying, they scream murder, murder. Heard the angels crying, they scream murder, murder. Oh, you hear them angels crying.
Turned to the streets. He found out the hard way, it ain't nothing sweet. He came up on Broadway, where it ain't no peace. Where everybody told it's hard to get sleep. But see the homie, he was on his own. He lost his brother last week, he never coming home. Now see the streets, they really did him wrong. My little homie all alone, now we need a home. He want revenge, I can read his dome. His big brother was my friend, so I won't lead him wrong. Still got the shirt that he was bleeding on. I know the feeling cause I still can't believe he gone. So I told him he can live with me. I gave the homie some advice, but he ain't really listen. Till one day he end up going missing. Damn, I was really slipping now. You were my brother from another mother. We was great cousins cause I love you so much. It's a promise that we'll never lose touch. Looking out for your brother, it ain't never too much. It ain't never too much. So I hit the block. I'm on a mission trying to find my homie. I called the cell, but no one else. I got this feeling growing. What type of shit he on? Where the fuck did he go? Somebody in the city, had no choice but to call the folk. So I bent a couple corners, hollered at the homies. One of the homies tried to show me that they being bogus. That's when he bent and turned another corner. I kept the conversation going, though they wouldn't notice. I hopped back in the whip, I caught the homie strolling. He told me, pimp, I'm not a snitch, but I think you should know this. Your little homie, that's my homie Tony. And there's some goons around the corner, snatched up the homie. Now these the same niggas that killed his big brother. I guess Tony seen the murder, trying to keep it covered. And now you know, one is my girl cousin. They took the homie down to Dublin. You were my brother from another mother. We was great cousins cause I love you so I sent them all them niggas resume. Them niggas, they ain't hesitate. Jumped off in the Escalade. I told them, pimp, I'm on the way. So I jumped on 95 and let the radio play. About 30 minutes later, they said that this a news break. They say they got an update from the case from last Tuesday. They found the suspects in they home. They met they doomsday, and now they got 2 cases. Say they had a break. It was a black Escalade that they all hopped in. They in a high-speed chase headed back in my direction. That's when I started hearing sirens, so I took the next exit. Then I got a text message said, bruh, I'm in trouble. I got kidnapped. Them same niggas that took out my brother, but them niggas dead now. I started dialing Tony number. All of a sudden I heard a loud ass thumping. It was over. My brother from another mother. We was fake cousins, cause I love you so much. We made us a promise that we'll never lose touch. Looking out for your brother, it ain't never too much. It ain't never too much. It ain't never too much. It ain't never too much.
Yeah, man. I love that motherfucker right there. That Was Never Too Much. Premiered earlier today. It was acting like they didn't want me to get that thing, but I finally got it. So I hope you enjoyed that. That will be on a future project. Legend feel like it should go on Inspired 2, but Inspired 2 is already complete. But I'll make a final decision when that time get here. But anyway, we are discussing the Ahmaud Arbery case and making sure this shit don't get swept under the rug like a lot of cases do. It's like we got a new one with the Randy Brown Jr. kid. I think that's his name. I don't want to mess his name up, but we'll probably talk about that later on the show if y'all have any information y'all want to share about it. But I told you we was going to look at the video that John Q. I want to call you Uncle John. I got an uncle named John and we got Uncle Charles. But K-Money's back. Let's holler at the sis. I got to add you first.
Is this better? Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, I heard you better towards the end of the conversation. So you was good.
That's my computer. Now you see my big ass face up there on the screen. Okay, so what was you just saying? It was cutting in. You want to talk about the Andrew Brown? No,
not yet.
Still on the more.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Once we pretty much wrap up Ahmaud, once nobody have anything they want to discuss about it, we'll touch briefly on that, and I'm gonna do some more investigating research.
Okay, so do we know? Well, there's no court date for Ahmaud, or is there?
Well, they go back, like you said in the last video. They got a court date for I think next month. I think it's at the 12th or the 13th, but it's not the actual court date. I think it's some findings or something. I have to go back and listen to it, but it's not like the George Floyd case that we just witnessed. It's not there yet. I don't think we're gonna have that court date till next year.
Right. The one in May is about the one they're not trying to let the jailhouse phone calls come in. I believe that's what it's about, right?
Well, actually, and I'm gonna play that. How the hell you know that?
Oh, because K Money's on top of that. She ain't never let up. No.
So since K Money bought this shit up, let's go ahead and watch the goddamn video. So if you want to sit here, you can. If not, that's cool. I'm gonna go ahead and play that video, and that's exactly what the hell I was gonna play. Salute to John for sending that to me. Goddamn, K Money is on top of shit, ain't she? So y'all check this out.
Black male, middle of the roadway, looks like about mid-20s.
You're watching the initial moments when officers arrive on scene after Ahmaud Arbery was shot and killed in Brunswick, Georgia last February.
Dispatch, tell squad, come on in. The scene's secure.
Yeah, it was just a damn melee. You know?
What we can't show you, but is captured on the police body cam video, are the heartbreaking images of 25-year-old Aubrey dying. He's taking his last breaths as blood flows from a chest wound. Everyone here clearly believes that Aubrey is dying, and very little can be done to save him. Only one officer renders aid, which he explains to the paramedics when they arrive.
It's like shotgun slug to the center chest. He was on his stomach when I got here. I rolled him over. He stopped breathing a couple of minutes ago. It was obvious to me. I told my dispatch 10-7, but he took his last gasp a couple minutes ago. I had pressure on it, but there was nothing I could do.
A few minutes earlier, Arbery was alive, being chased by Greg McMichael and his son Travis. Neighbor William Roddy Bryan is also in pursuit, according to prosecutors, recording it all on his cell phone. One of the officers first on scene recognizes Greg McMichael, who had recently retired as an investigator in the DA's office.
Just stay over there for me, sir. Yeah. Just stay over there. I recognize you now. Yeah. McMichael, right?
McMichael, yeah. That's my son, Travis.
Okay. Yeah, just hang out over there for me.
Greg McMichael's experience in local law enforcement appears to play a role in how he and Travis are treated at the scene. At one point, Greg tries defending his son.
He had no choice, Dan.
Then the elder McMichael can be heard consoling Travis, assuring him that it wasn't his fault.
He had no choice.
Both Greg and Travis would go on to explain what they claimed led to Ahmaud Arbery's death.
We've had break-ins and my gun stolen. Okay. And we called him the other day, and Dad was outside and saw him running by, and the neighbors pointing and everything. So
saw who running by?
Him.
Okay.
So we run out to stop him, to talk to him. He took off running. He came over here. Stopped. He come out of the truck running at us. I told him stop till he hit me. I had nothing to do. There's nothing else I can do.
William Roddy Bryant also tells his version of what happened.
And Travis really can't get away from him, can't pull up with the shotgun. I think Travis even gets a lick or two in. Okay. And the other black guy gets another lick or two in. And about that time, the shotgun gets raised up, and he pulls the trigger.
As the questioning goes on, the body of Ahmaud Arbery.
Did you hear that? He pulled the trigger.
Lies on the road a few feet away. Eventually, captured on the body cam video, his body is covered up with a sheet.
Oh, this is just sickening. I want to bring in criminal defense attorney and former federal prosecutor Andrew Cherkasky and also criminal defense attorney Teresa Jean-Pierre Coy to give some analysis on this. First, I just want to get your general take on this case. Share with us your thoughts, please, and then I want to kind of touch on some of the motions that are outstanding on this one. Andrew, I'll go to you first, please.
My thoughts on this case are that it's pretty outrageous. I don't quite understand the justification for the stopping in the middle of the roadway, not on anybody's property, not with some crime having just allegedly taken place from them. This seems like an unnecessary intervention. And when you start to unnecessarily involve yourself with somebody else and they end up dead, to me, that's generally some form of murder. So I think that there's some real problems there for the defense in this case. I don't like the circumstances that led to it. Makes me very uncomfortable, and I think the nation's very uncomfortable about it.
Right. Oh, absolutely. It's hard to watch that. It's just sickening. Teresa, I want to go to you. Give me your thoughts on this case, if you would, please.
I mean, much like the George Floyd case and Derek Chauvin being charged, this case is heartbreaking. It is. It just makes me choke up just even at watching just those clips. But, I just think that this is a case that the nation is also going to be paying very close attention to see how these gentlemen are treated after this case goes to trial. Because there really was no reason, no justification whatsoever for them to have, taken it upon themselves to go chasing after him just to ask him questions. He was running in a neighborhood, which is not a crime, but apparently for them it was. And, I think the whole nation would agree that it wasn't just because he was running, but also his race had a lot to do with it. So this is just a very heartbreaking case. And, obviously we want them to have a fair trial because that's what our system ensures. But ultimately, we're looking for a verdict that finds them guilty as charged and the highest possible penalty that they should get for that, which is life in prison.
I want to play for you both a clip. This is a jail call, and there's a motion outstanding that I want to pick your brains on to exclude all the jail calls in this case. Of course, we know the state wants to introduce them. I've been a prosecutor. I'd be chomping at the bit to introduce this next one. Let's take a listen to it.
Greg, who is that guy that I don't? Have you seen the tapes?
Which tapes?
The tapes that they.
This is McMichael's brother. Just to let you know, he's asking questions on the phone.
Show on TV all the time of the conversation that y'all had.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Who is the guy following the guy running?
I can't talk about that, Mac.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
There's got to be something in there, man. There's something ain't right at all with that crap, you know.
Well, he's an ally. I can tell you that.
Yeah, now he's also a co-defendant. William Roddy Bryan is who he's talking about there. We have just a few seconds left. Andrew, do you think the state's going to be able to introduce the jail calls on this one?
Yeah, jail calls always come in. I haven't seen many instances in which they don't, especially when it's about the case and calling him an ally. That's motive, bias, and interest all day long. And he's definitely going to be a witness in their trial, and he'll be facing his own stuff coming up here. So, yes, absolutely.
All right, Andrew Cherkasky, Teresa Jean-Pierre Coy, I can't wait to talk to you both more as this case progresses.
Just to address this real quick, Leslie, we actually do have a law now they just created here in Georgia where they actually can stop the citizen's arrest. So there, you can't do that shit. You can't do that. Not here now. Across the United States, I can't speak on that. But what I want to go ahead and jump into and talk about now is the possibilities that they think they're going to get off with is bullshit. Because if you think about it, just like they said, they had no reason to stop that man at all. Jogging through a neighborhood is not a crime. You know, if you feel like someone committed a crime, then you can call 911. You can follow them until the police get there, but you cannot intervene with them. You feel what I'm saying? So jogging through the neighborhood is not a crime, first and foremost. So they wrong off rip. Anything else that happened after that, they're guilty. Okay, you still there?
I'm still here. They stone cold guilty.
Ain't no way around it. If anybody in the chat feel, you know, there's a couple of loopholes in there. I think, was it Renee who said? I know she said that, you know, the DA fucked up the whole goddamn case in the beginning, which they did. That shit was done purposely. But come up and holler at me, tell me what kind of loopholes you think that they can present to help them get off, because I don't see none.
There is no. Can you hear me, boss?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no loopholes. Well, what got me is this: from the beginning of this case, they tried to say that he shot him in the midst of a robbery. They tried that.
Exactly, they did. They did.
Oh, yeah, I know they did, but that wasn't the case. So when we, and I'm going to say we, because we put out the video that showed him jogging up the street, you know, because the other dude took down that video real quick, but we had it up there and he lied. They lied. They lied from the get-go.
I don't know if y'all remember the Lemon Pepper Challenge song I did probably about damn near a month ago. And I was like, rest in peace, Jay. Well, that was the McMichael's cousin, and he did not like them people. He the one who gave me the 411 of what happened before anybody knew. And I told people it's a video before even people knew it was a video. They ain't believe me.
Yeah.
You don't know what you talking about, Blake. Okay. And what happened? Months later, that video came out. And my homie, he died, but God bless his soul. He died of a heart attack. But they try to cover up every goddamn thing, and there's no way. There's no way in hell I see them being able to get away with this one.
what I can't wait to see in the court case, because I'm going to be following it. I hope they could publicize it. I can't wait to see them play the video where Roddy says, well, maybe they shouldn't have been following him. I can't wait for that video to come out. I can't wait.
Now, the crazy thing about that is, when he said that, he was the one who was following him.
You know what I'm saying?
They was trying to block him off. You was following him. You ain't had no business doing that.
Yeah, you had no business blocking him in, because you was blocking him in. He could have got away if you would have just stayed in your goddamn home, Rodney or Roddy, whatever. You know? Oh yeah, I'm waiting for this boy. Let me go on mute.
It was modern day lynching. That's all it was. Absolutely.
And the sad part about it, it hasn't stopped. You know, they're getting away with a lot of, I don't want to take it too far off, but so many black men have been murdered since Ahmaud. It's just bone chilling to me. I'm just like, ugh, cringing every time I think of it.
Just like Crucial said, it's not going to stop. And, you know, it's sad to see it that way, but how are we going to stop them from hating us? We can't stop them from hating us. So any opportunity they have where they can eliminate one of us, they're going to do it. Sad.
Yeah. It's sad, but it's time for us to, we turned the cheek and turned our backs. Time to just turn around and shoot back now. It's time. They ain't going to stop. We got to stop them somehow.
Most definitely. Now, John, that video you sent me, I couldn't download it. So what I'm going to try to do, which I never have success, and I watch you on your live, and it lags. So I'm going to try to share my screen and show this next video. Now, this next video from the title, which I haven't had an opportunity to look at it, but he said it's a good video to play tonight. It has, in the title, it states, LNC Daily, Breonna Taylor, DOJ investigates. Kentucky PD more than a year after her death. So it's 22 minutes long, so we're going to break it up in sections. We ain't going to watch all 22 minutes. Because, you know what I'm saying, I only go on live for an hour and a half, up to 2 hours. So cross your fingers and hope we can get something out of it. You know, because when I share the video from YouTube, it doesn't sound like it does the way I do it. So we're going to give it a try. And let me know if it's coming across good or bad. And we'll do it like that. So let's see here. Let's give it a try.
Straight ahead on Law and Crime Daily, Walmart takes on Kanye West as a battle over brand logos heats up. And the Department of Justice launching a civil investigation into the Louisville, Kentucky Police Department more than a year after the shooting death of Breonna Taylor.
The investigation will be led by our Civil Rights Division.
Plus, the family of Andrew Brown sees the sheriff's office body cam footage of his death. But should it be made public? And the state of Maryland to review the former work of a key defense expert in the Derek Chauvin trial following his testimony. Why retired medical examiner Dr. David Fowler's handling of in-custody deaths is now being questioned. Law and Crime Daily, covering court cases from coast to coast. Welcome to Law and Crime Daily, everybody. I'm Jesse Weber, in for Brian Buckmeyer, along with co-host Terry Austin. Maryland's Attorney General is calling for a review of cases involving a key defense witness in Derek Chauvin's trial. Law and Crime's Anjanette Levy explains why the deaths to be reviewed involve people who've died in police custody.
Dr. David Fowler was the chief medical examiner for the state of Maryland for 17 years. Following his testimony for the defense in the trial of Derek Chauvin, the Attorney General for the state of Maryland says he believes that some of Fowler's work needs to be reviewed.
His significant contributory conditions would be the toxicology, the fentanyl and methamphetamine. There is exposure to a vehicle exhaust.
Dr. Fowler mentioning vehicle exhaust and his opinion that George Floyd's manner of death should be classified undetermined and not homicide raised eyebrows. It prompted this letter signed by physicians demanding a review of Fowler's work, calling the open-air carbon monoxide exposure claim baseless, and revealed obvious bias and raised malpractice concerns. Fowler's opinion ran contrary to the pathologist who conducted Floyd's autopsy.
Well, it's a pattern in practice.
Attorney Ken Ravenel claims Dr. Fowler provides cover to police when someone dies in custody. He represents the family of Anton Black in a federal lawsuit. Black died in 2019 after being handcuffed and restrained by officers. Dr. Fowler ruled the death an accident.
Why does Dr. Fowler and his team constantly ignore the obvious but try to search for other reasons? That has to be, you have to put a stop to this.
Maryland Attorney General Brian Frosh released a statement saying he's been in conversations with Governor Larry Hogan's office about the need for a review of Dr. Fowler's findings. The AG's office represents Dr. Fowler and others in the Black lawsuit. A spokesperson said, "We have taken steps to wall off those in our office who are representing the Office of Chief Medical Examiner and its current and former employees, including Dr. Fowler, from those who might be involved in any review of the medical examiner's reports." The attorney for Anton Black's family says this review has been a long time coming, while Dr. Fowler actually released a statement through his employer saying he stands behind the outstanding work that his staff performed during his time as chief medical examiner. For Law and Crime Daily, I'm Anjanette Levy.
All right, thanks, Anjanette. Joining us is legal analyst Dina Dahl along with Terry Austin. So Terry, sounds like the AG is going to take a close look at these past medical reports. If discrepancies are found, could Dr. Fowler face charges?
He could, Jesse. You know, he definitely could lose his license. That's a big issue here. But what they're looking for is a pattern of bias. And if they find that, he might lose his license. They can even find gross negligence. They've talked about that, or even fraud. And that would be a bigger issue. As Anjanette reported, we know that he's being sued by Anton Black's family. And so if they find that he was, culpable there, he could face a lot of financial problems in that suit.
Dina, let me ask you this. If Fowler's conclusions that they come out as problematic, could Derek Chauvin rely on that in an appeal and say, hey, look, ineffective assistance of counsel, Eric Nelson, why did you choose this guy for my defense?
Probably not. And the reason why, if there is some sort of bias, it's in favor of the police. And Chauvin here was acting as a police officer, so that would mean his bias was actually favorable to him. So that would have helped him in his defense, not hurt him in his defense. And also, it was reasonable for his lawyer to rely on him. He is right now in private practice, and his opinion was actually a collaboration of about 13 experts done under a private practice opinion. So he would not have a leg to stand on in this regard for the appeal.
Well, there's going to be a microscope on Dr. Fowler's work, and it'll be interesting to see the outcome of what ultimately happens. Now, back to Derek Chauvin. He is going to be sentenced on June 16th, and in the meantime, he's being held in state prison. So we asked psychologist and law and crime expert Dr. John Delatorre what time behind bars might feel like for the ex-cop.
Devastating. I mean, here he was, someone that had the authority, someone that had the power, someone that had a badge, who at some point in his life thought that he was doing the right thing and protecting society, only now to be in a place where other people that he knows, other people might try to hurt him, that he has to be moved away and kept in segregated. The clinks of the bars, I mean, just that sound just repeatedly over and over and over again, absolutely is so much of a toll on a former police officer. I think at this point now, he needs to humanize himself. He decided not to do it during the trial, and that makes sense. But now it's sentencing time, and now, how much time he serves in prison is going to be based on a lot of different factors. And I'm thinking the judge probably wants to hear from him too, to see, is he contrite, right? Is he someone that understands the authority that he had, the role that he played, and is he sorry for what he did?
Reality for Derek Chauvin.
All right. So we're gonna stop it right there. We're gonna play some music in just a second. Okay, what you got from that, man? What you feel like?
What do I got? I'll tell you what I got. He talking about, the clinking of the jail cell is going to take a toll on a police officer. Listen, the clinking of a jail cell, being put in jail, takes a toll on anybody innocent. And they seem to want to take a lot of innocent Black folks and put them in jail. So miss me with that. That's what I say.
They already got them planning for appeals, and it seems like they got a little sympathy for him. I ain't got no fucking sympathy for his ass.
None. Me neither, bro. Me
And
neither.
He showed no emotion in that goddamn trial, so fuck him.
I think they should just sentence him to death. Like that's what I believe, and that's just what I believe after what he did. That's what I believe.
It's only right because George Floyd ain't here no more. So shit.
Yeah.
Take it like you. Shit. We know he tried to do that shit. But we gonna get to some music. Hey, anybody want to come up here? Feel free to do so. If you got an opinion, you got something you want to discuss on anything we talking about tonight, or anything you want to let us know about, feel free to do so. Let's crank up some music. You want to hear anything, K-Money?
Yeah, well, I'll say it when we come back from the music break.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
All right, so let's find something to jam to then. Let's see what we're gonna listen to here. We're gonna ride out to I don't know, close your eyes and pick something. Here we go.
It seems like the world against me. It seems like that nobody ride with me. But I'm there when they need me. When the roles are reversed, it seems like they can't see me. Shit, this road ain't easy. I'm trying hard to keep my feet underneath me. I know the Lord will never leave me. I'm trying to keep the faith, I know my family need me. Send my mind off the baby leaves teaching. And keep in mind that the devil will deceive me. I can never be defeated. How can I fall when I'm a lead? Shit, I'm living for a reason. And I won't be defeated. I'm living for a reason. Living for a reason. Living for a reason. And I won't be defeated. I'm living for a reason. Living for a reason. Living for a reason. They say troubles, they don't last long. Well, I don't know your time, then they seem to drag on. They last longer than a sad song. I wish they get their ass on and leave my ass alone. But I know that testimony I'm gon' brag on. And that holy matrimony I'm gon' stand on. But a man's only somewhere he can land on. And if I wasn't grown, shit, I would've ran home. 10 toes I stand on. In fact, I know I can, cause I made it out the band. I'm a man I never ran for. What the fuck you think I stand for? Sometimes you need a hand on 100 grand. Do you understand? Understand? And I won't be defeated. I'm living for a reason. Living for a reason. Living for a reason. And I won't be defeated. I'm living for a reason. Living for a reason. Living for a reason. I'm living for a reason. Living for a reason. Living for a reason.
I was just singing my ass off.
Living for a reason. That's my
We
shit.
are living for a reason.
Oh yeah. Don't let nobody tell you different. You here for a reason.
You know.
Everybody God got a plan for everybody.
Yeah.
And you ain't gonna move it until you do it.
Now, I just want to read what Marie said. She just read about a guy who was falsely accused of a crime and was locked up for 44 years. It's shameful. But we have to remember Emmett Till? He was murdered for he was murdered for no reason, right?
Right.
It's all for no reason. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Let me check out what the homie John Q said. He said, if the medical examiner's findings are biased, then it will help Chauvin's defense attorney obtain an appeal from the, I don't know what kind of court that is, John, appellate court?
Appellate court, yeah.
Determine the cause of death in George Floyd's case. So what other findings? You talking about maybe did he have some drugs in his system or something like that? Because I mean, you kneeled on this man's neck, and he told you he couldn't breathe. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, from the original autopsy, I don't think they found anything in the system. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. But what other findings can they bring up that they didn't already have? I'm asking.
But
John, on the panel with us. Go ahead, Kay.
I think what he means is like, you know, when you're in a murder trial like that, anything that's different it can result in a mistrial and overturn the case. But my thing is this: can they try it again? Because even if that medical examiner's findings were biased and all this bullshit, right? I mean, the facts are the facts. It's right out there. The man murdered him. Don't matter. He murdered him. Simple as that.
Exactly. And also, you know, if they want to have some biased bullshit, you know, I'm pretty sure they're gonna also have a private autopsy done as well, because we're not going to allow you to pull some bullshit over our face and say this is what we found, and we know good and damn well that ain't the case. Now, if I'm taking the wrong angle on it, come on up here, John, and holler at me, because I definitely would like to hear that, because you're a very smart dude, man. You're a smart dude.
Okay, me, I just want to talk about Andrew Brown for a minute. What happened? What I saw today. Okay. Okay. Now, Andrew Brown was a black man that was being arrested from North Carolina, Elizabeth City or something city, and he was going to be arrested for some drug charge or something, right? Now, from what I'm understanding, he turned his back to the cop to walk away, and the cop shot him dead. Okay. So now there's police cams, body cams, that they were fighting to get the family to see and to show to the public. But the I don't know what they call them people, but anyway, the sheriff's department, whatever they are, whoever wanted to hold on to this so they could doctor and blacken out some of the faces and all this. They gave this family 10 seconds. No. Why can't they see the full body cam? You know, the full body cam footage. I mean, they did that family wrong. They didn't want the lawyers to be inside the prison or wherever they have that viewing of the body cam. They only wanted the son there. I mean, what they did to that family and what they're doing to that family is wrong, and they protesting like crazy. But for me, the problem I have is, what is up with all these cops shooting these people in the back? What is wrong with that? There's a wrong picture there. I'm just pissed.
Now, I just want to ask a question, because like I said, I didn't see the footage or have an opportunity to read about the case. Now, you said they only allowed the family to see 10 seconds of
20 seconds.
20 seconds. I wonder how long the original footage was from the point that they came in contact. Well, I guess the point where the body cam came on until the shooting happened. So I wonder how long that was, because they're only showing us 20 seconds. It makes me wonder how much did we miss?
Well, this is funny, you know, because the murder happened the day after, I believe, the Chauvin guilty verdict. That's when it happened. And they was fighting to see the body cam. They only got to see 20 seconds of it today, Monday. Come on. Something wrong with that picture. They said they needed to doctor the film. What do you mean doctor it? Show what happened. Why are you doctoring it?
You know what that shit mean. They finna edit some shit out. What up, John?
Hi, John. I'm going to step down. Nice to see you, John, my brother.
Hey, what's up? What's up? No, stay up here. Stay up here, K Money.
Okay.
Stay.
Okay,
Stay. Please stay.
Honey. Okay.
What's going on, bro?
Brother Boss. Thank you for your help last night.
No problem, man.
Yeah. What I meant when I wrote that out is that if they find that the medical examiner had a bias in fulfilling that autopsy report, his defense attorney can use that bias information in the appellate court, which they are going to file an appeal on the charges that Chauvin had received, which would knock down most of the charges that were rendered in the Chauvin case. And that is no good.
So, excuse me. So you saying, as far as bias, you talking about against Chauvin?
Yeah.
Like they were actually rocking with George Floyd.
Exactly.
That never fucking happens in what world?
That's a dangerous claim because he is also going to file an appeal in regards to the jury not being sequestered during the trial, but only after.
How can they prove that it's a biased opinion? How can they prove that?
And that's what they're looking to do right now by challenging the Attorney General, challenging the findings regarding the medical examiner's findings in the autopsy. So his defense attorney is getting ready to turn some desks over to find out the mistakes of the other parties in this case. That's what we're looking at.
And what do you think the odds are with this potential appeal that they can actually make that happen?
Well, under the medical examiner's findings, I couldn't tell you anything, but not having a sequestered jury during the trial, he is going to challenge. And, he should have basically sequestered the jury from outside influences such as news media, social media, telephone calls, anything that could influence the jury on their decision to try Chauvin and obviously render a guilty plea. Yeah.
Man.
So this guy is going double barrel shotgun, going to the left with the autopsy to try to say that this information is inadmissible in a court of law and was never challenged. And on the other side, going to the right, the jury was never sequestered. You had Maxine Waters outside with the protesters before deliberation happened, influencing the crowd. If we don't get the right verdict, guilty, 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 then we need to get in their face. We need to challenge that. She said a lot of stuff. And so even the judge brought that up during the trial to say that, hopefully the jury is going to, nullify anything outside of what happened in the court. He trusts, and this is what he said, he trusts that the jury will make the right decision based on the facts of the case and not on anything in regards to outside influences. So he admits it himself, and it was caught on video camera during the time of the trial.
Okay, Uncle Charles stated that the defense had the option to ask for the jury to be sequestered in pretrial.
Yes, and they did ask 3 times. They did ask 3 times, and the judge denied the ruling.
Well, I got a couple of requests. So if y'all want to sit tight, I want to go ahead and play Timepiece because that's the second time I've seen that pop up, and we'll be back. Did you have opportunity to see about the Randy Brown situation that K Money just brought up?
I'm starting to look into bits and pieces of that right now, but not enough to make a commentary on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and play Timepiece, and then we're gonna come back. We got K Money, and we got John Q in the building. So y'all sit tight. We're gonna go ahead and play Timepiece, and we'll be right back.
All right.
As soon as there
Body to be global. And we're in Paris.
I know that hindsight is 2020, and my sight is getting blurry. We short on time that was given to us. Life is hard, but I'm living through it. And it's a God, but sometimes make you wonder why he put us through it. My grandma had a fucking tumor. They told me she was about to die. Blow a nigga about to lose it. Who lives or die? I don't understand why. And I need a little time for my mind. I just need a rewind. Why can't everything just be fine? Why the love once you taking gotta be mine? And when you took Lex, we could see the sign. I still feel it wasn't time to have an open mind. Now we won't know the date and we won't know the time, but this thing on my wrist, it can hold it fine. I need an overtime. Think I just broke the rewind. I got a request for more time. If I could rewind time, I would go back in time, rewrite a couple lines, speak everything that's on my mind. Make sure my grandma, she doing fine. Give Lex a little more time, a little focus on my rhymes. Only if I could rewind time, I would bring the good people back. I would cut our people some slack, but I never would change the fact that I'm black. So what my timepiece?
I wish I knew what I know now. I would've stopped living so fast and slowed down. I wouldn't never grip no gun and bust rounds. I wouldn't never sold one drug. I live low ground. I wouldn't hit. I made straight A's and be proud. I wouldn't never start fucking drinking and smoking loud. I live with so many damn regrets. My past is a mess. I look at my timepiece. I only got seconds left. My pain I suppress. I self-medicate, it's like I'm boxing death. I'm a heavyweight while I'm breathing, Holmes. I'ma get it straight cause I can't right my wrongs. At heaven's gates, tears flow down my face as I dream chase. I ain't got time to spare, no minute to waste. Sound of that clock tick making me mad, cause I wanna rewind it back and have a talk with my dad. If I could rewind time, I would go back in time, rewrite a couple lines, speak everything on my mind. Make sure my loved ones are doing fine. I'm running out of time. I'm blessed when that sunrise. Only if I can rewind time. Only if I could. I would bring good people back. I would cut our people some slack, but I would never change the fact that I'm black. So what my timepiece?
Must value her at her proper worth. Take the time to prioritize what comes first. Every moment lost is a moment that can't be reclaimed. So ashamed, we act as if you don't know her name. Women call her father time. We say mother nature. See the signs and symbols through faces. She surely take you through a 24,000 year end sun cycle. Witness the reincarnation, hasten we call Michael, the supreme in the flesh. Dreams are manifest through confirmation. In fact, I feel blessed. See many obsessed, feeding forces of unrest. Yet, obey your thirst is what they suggest. Material wise, bring side demise through the technological advancement. You think that we would rise, but to the opposite, view it microscopic. All this bullshit, we need to stop it.
If I could rewind time, I would go back in time, rewrite a couple lines, speak everything that's on my mind. Make sure my grandma, she doing fine. Give Lex a little more time, a little focus on my rhymes. Only if I could rewind time, I would bring the good people back. I would cut our people some slack, but I never would change the fact that I'm black. So what my timepiece? So what my timepiece? I would bring the good people back. I would cut our people some slack, but I never would change the fact that I'm black. So what my timepiece?
That was Timepiece. We got John Q in the building, Godfather. So, John, what I want to do is just play a little bit more, the footage that you shared, and we'll wrap it up after that because we is getting close to my time frame. So
sounds good.
So let's go ahead and check it out.
Still ahead on Law and Crime Daily, a North Carolina family is looking for answers after Andrew Brown was shot and killed by deputies trying to arrest him. But first, U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland is launching an investigation into the death of Breonna Taylor. We'll break that case down on the other side of this break. Stay tuned. The Department of Justice is launching a civil investigation into the Louisville, Kentucky government and police department following the death of Breonna Taylor. Taylor was killed last March after officers executed a no-knock warrant in her home. Former officer Brett Hankinson is facing charges for shooting into Taylor's neighbor's apartment, but no one is charged in her death. Federal investigators are already looking into possible additional criminal charges. Now, the city and police department could be civilly liable.
The investigation will assess whether LMPD engages in a pattern or practice of using unreasonable force, including with respect to people involved in peaceful, expressive activities. It will determine whether LMPD engages in unconstitutional stops, searches, and seizures, as well as whether the department unlawfully executes search warrants on private homes. It will also assess whether LMPD engages in discriminatory conduct on the basis of race or fails to provide public services that comply with the Americans with Disability Act.
So, Terry, this is the second time in less than a week that AG Garland has announced an investigation into the pattern and practices of a police department. Of course, I'm talking about Minneapolis. Is this an indication of things to come?
Absolutely, Jesse. There's no question in my mind. Garland is really going to try to make sure that the police departments across the country are acting without bias. So now you see first Minneapolis, then Louisville, and I can guarantee you that he's probably going to look into the shooting of Andrew Brown in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, because there are so many questions about that video. So I think that he is going to think about each and every case that we've seen across the country in the past few years where there has been no charge and no indictment and no prosecution. And he will look at the pattern and practice in all of those departments.
You know, Terry, you mentioned North Carolina. Let's talk about that for a second, because another family is struggling to get answers. And as you said, it's in the fatal shooting of a man by deputies last week. Andrew Brown was killed as deputies in Elizabeth City attempted to serve him with an arrest warrant. His family and attorney were able to view the sheriff's office police body cam footage on Monday. They say the 20 seconds of video shows deputies blocking him in his car, and he had his hands on the steering wheel when he tried to get away from the deputies who were shooting. Now, few details have been released, but a death certificate says that Brown died from a gunshot wound to the head. The sheriff says that he supports the video being released publicly if a judge permits.
We want transparency. We want the body camera footage made public. Some people have falsely claimed that my office has the power to do so. That is not true. Only a judge can release the video. That's why I've asked the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation to confirm for me that the releasing of the video will not undermine their investigation. Once I get that confirmation, our county will file a motion in court, hopefully Monday, to have the footage released.
Okay, let's break it down. Dina, the chances that this video, this footage, actually gets released to the public and we all see it?
I think it's a very good chance. And you see here what he's saying. He needs confirmation that the release of it is not going to impede an investigation. If he does not get that, he will not file the motion to the court asking for it. Obviously, there are privacy concerns. The family wants this to be released. This will be released. Will there be any sort of delay because of the investigation? That's really unclear. It sounds like it really is based on whether or not that department is going to tell the judge if it needs any time before releasing it.
Terry, there's something a bit confusing here because the family is filing a court order to view the body cam footage, but in other jurisdictions, the footage is just automatically released. Should that be the uniform procedure across the country?
Absolutely. We should get as many uniform procedures across the country as we can. You know that the George Floyd Policing Act was passed in the House. It's still pending as far as the Senate is concerned. There's only so much that we can do on a federal level. They can't really control what each police department is doing, although they can have certain mandates like no chokeholds. But what we are seeing is that the Attorney General is looking at these patterns and practices. And perhaps we will have consent decrees with these various cities so that most of them will be doing things like showing the video cam from the bodies of the police officers. So hopefully it'll be more uniform.
It'll be important to view that body cam.
All right, so I'm gonna stop it right there because I got some questions, especially what I just heard. And John, hopefully you can help me out. If not, in the chat, feel free to come up. Let me get my screen right. So give me an example of how showing this footage to the public can hinder the investigation.
I don't think it's really meant to hinder the investigation. I think it's going to mean something in regards to inciting something, causing something else to happen. Just as we saw in the Ma'Khia Bryant case.
Yeah.
They released that video almost as soon as it happened, right during the time of the George Floyd, just before, 20 minutes before the George Floyd deliberation. And so that was to ignite something. And now you have these folks getting ready to do it again. They're prolonging it, and this is my opinion, they're prolonging it because of the Ma'Khia Bryant case. It's fresh. The public has just got wind of it. It's been a week, and they're taking their time and gauging when to release this footage. And I believe that this footage, that if they do release it, is going to be just as severe as the Ma'Khia Bryant footage.
And I think it's almost the simple fact that when you see it happen, of course, it causes emotions to run through you. And we was talking on a few of my lives about, the emotional thinker and the logical thinker. When you think with emotions, you're blinded to really what you actually see. So I think what you're saying with the Ma'Khia Bryant case, that holds true because a lot of people got in their feelings when they seen that cop shoot her 4 times, and all logic went out the window. So do you think that's what's going to happen with this case? Because I haven't seen no footage. K-Money, you seen it?
There's no footage being placed there's no transparency. The footage is not being allowed out, like John said, because the judge doesn't want to incite any violence. Because right now they're doctoring the footage, first of all. They're not letting it out. They say they want to blacken out the faces. Okay, that's what you say. But what you're trying to do is make it, why are they hiding it? This is my problem. Why are they hiding it? It's a body cam footage. Show what happened. They didn't even show the family. They showed 20 seconds. Now, when they do a body cam footage, you have more than 20 seconds of footage. Come on.
So they have 2 choices: hide it so they don't incite violence, or hide it and piss the public off and make us feel like you hiding something. Am I right, John?
I would agree with you with that. Yes, it makes sense. Agitate, aggravate,
and I mean either way. If you think about it, you're gonna piss some people off. If you hide it, they're gonna get mad.
Exactly.
If you show it, emotions gonna start overflowing, and you never know what's going to happen.
North Carolina's already pissed off. Even the lawyers are pissed off because the lawyers, they didn't even want the family to go in and view it with. They didn't want the lawyers to go in with the family to view the footage. Crazy.
So
they covering something.
That leads me to my final question about what we've been facing forever, but for the last year, it's been publicized greatly. Came out and spoke on this earlier. We need to get up from under this system. We need to be able to police ourselves. How do we do that? And I'm gonna start with you, John. If you want to answer, and feel free to do so. If not, I'm gonna go to UK. So, John, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that we have an opportunity here to identify exactly the information that's being fed to us, number one. Okay? This information is more detrimental for us finding out in their minds than anything else. They think that we're little kids that can't handle the truth. And if we do find out what the truth is all about, we're going to cry. We're going to roam the streets. We're going to do exactly what happened last year during the George Floyd case. And perhaps, most likely have a situation in many different states across this country take place just like it did during the George Floyd case. So now they've seen what we've done. They've seen what we've done last year during the George Floyd case. And now they feel that they're in control to begin releasing information when they feel it should be released, when they decide it can be released, whether it be instantaneously as soon as they get it, or they can prolong it and use it as a measuring rod on an emotional level to trigger us, just like they did with the George Floyd case.
Now, I just want to.
It's very dangerous.
Very, very. I just want to address what. I just want to read what Legend put up here. He said, it can hinder it by controlling the narrative.
Correct.
It is hindering it because they're controlling the narrative now by letting us only see certain whatever they wanted us to see. I mean, North Carolina is up in arms right now. They're upset.
Absolutely, and they have every right to.
They have every right to.
I mean, like I said, we haven't seen the footage, so until then, emotions are going to continue to grow, and riots can start without that damn footage even being shown, because the people of North Carolina, the citizens of that community, they want fucking answers, and the longer you hold these answers, or the proof, or the footage that can not 100% soothe our soul, but let us see what happened.
Mm-hmm.
If the truth is the truth, when they see that goddamn footage, that them emotions gonna go even higher. Because if we see what we think happened, and they keep it from us for so long, and then we see that you killed this man for no fucking reason,
for a drug offense.
That's trouble.
To me, a drug offense is not. It doesn't warrant life. You know what I mean? Warrant killing. But to answer your question about what should we do about either getting out from underneath the system, now it's going to be hard because that's what the laws are for, right? To get out from underneath, we got to pull ourselves and become a nation within a nation. That's to be said. But for now, they need to tear down the system they have and rebuild it from the bottom up because it's not working. That's my opinion.
And I don't disagree with you, but the question still lies: how the hell do we do that? We know we have a voice, and we seen what we did when they killed George. We made a point. We seen what we did here in Brunswick when they killed Ahmaud. We made some changes, but to change how we're governed in the whole United States, that's a big project. John, do you think it can be done?
Well, we have to change our thinking. We have to understand, as I said in my live last night, get understanding above all else. Get understanding. And the way to get there is to take your time to evaluate all the information that's being put forth to us. You see, because this information is being used as more like a lethal weapon than anything else. Words have meaning. And so once we can identify the same words so that this will never happen again, like those words that they use during press conferences, police conferences, it's the same words used over and over and over again. I don't care if it's a Columbine shooting or a school shooting or a situation that that they say they don't want to have happen or escalate to happen again. They use the same words. We must do something so it never happens again. That goes to the acronym of problem, reaction, solution. Here's a problem they caused. We react, we want something done, and then they are the same ones that turn around and give us a solution we don't want.
Absolutely.
You see, so going backwards, we have to identify these situations to say, how are they trying to influence us? Is it logical or is it emotional? Does this make sense? Or do they want something? And once
My
we
thing
begin
is,
to identify that, then we have a chance to not be so emotional about it, but understand that an influence is trying to make us do something that we would normally do naturally.
but the problem is they're already killing at an exponential rate the people in the streets right now, the family, the brothers, okay? And what they do is they kill, we protest, it starts again. They kill, we protest, we calm down, start again. Something has to change. We have to change because it's not working. They
That's
have to
correct.
change their system because it's not working. We have to
Correct.
come together all around because it's not working.
The thing is, Kay, they don't give a shit if it's not working because it's not made for us, for one.
Well, right.
So we and this goes to what my next question is, because Legend just put this up here and we see this, and I think we all know this, hopefully, because we talk about it all the time, is attacking their pockets. It's like, how do you defeat the people who have power? Okay, he said attack their pockets.
Right.
They care about money.
Right.
They have a lot of money. I'm not saying our black community don't have money, but we don't have money like they have. They have money. So when we talk about attacking their money, you said, okay, we need to stop doing this. Of course, the black community is the number one consumers in the world. In case nobody know, which I know everybody here know, because we talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
So we can stop spending money where they're gonna get the profit. Okay. Does that really stop them from killing us? Does that really stop them from killing us?
No, it doesn't. It
What
doesn't
you
because
think? I don't think so either, Kay. I don't either.
because I'm going to give you an example. When the NFAC went down to Louisville, Kentucky, during the what do you call that? Kentucky Derby, they hit them in the pockets. They lost millions of dollars. Okay, it didn't stop nothing. The killing's still going on. So I don't know what's going to stop it. I really can't say, except
Yeah,
for strip it from the bottom and just redo the system, because the system is it's not just right now. It's really not.
because what we saw with the NBA was they boycotted. The WNBA boycotted. I think the MLB even boycotted. And that hit some of the major players' pockets. But here we are again talking about several different murders. So that's the only reason that is in Legend. And we hear this not just from you, Legend. A lot of people say that. So if it's still happening, how far do we need to go to hit their pockets if that's one of the main resolutions that we come up with? What do you think, John?
And that's why I say that we need to understand what they're doing. We've got 3 major cases We still have the George Floyd case we're going to see more of, obviously. Now we have the Ahmaud Arbery case being challenged. And in a way, we're going to see more of Ma'Khia Bryant's case is just taken off. And we're going to see more of Kendrick Johnson's case, in reference to, I guess, a new police administration that has been able to gather new additional information on the case. So we're going to see more of this. And this is starting to mount into a season called spring and summer where it's hot. And naturally, people, when it's hot, people are hot and bothered. And this is where a lot of the fierceness of the natural instincts of people show up, whether it be in protests, which they should basically be and stay, not boil into riots and then begin to affect other people's livelihoods, other people's businesses, other people's economy, and things of that nature. So to understand this beast that they release from time to time just to get us going, because they use certain words, trigger words. Now it's more black and white. It's not Caucasian and African American anymore. So we have to pay attention to the semantics and the words being used in order to identify what influences are there and how do I feel? How am I being influenced about this particular situation or story, positive or negative? And then we can begin to see the underlying current, if you will, as to what they want us to do. Because, as any other animal, on the planet, any animal can be trained what to do. What they think is the difference. And this is where we need to brighten up and begin to use our head as to what to think about what to do. We can say no. We can change the channel. We can call them on their BS and not respond to their BS until they prove otherwise. And that way we can begin to nullify a lot of the emotions that we may feel when these stories come out, okay? And begin to take full control of our emotions and begin to think logically about the next step. Once we get there, then we have a chance. If our emotions keep spawning off and spawning off and spawning off and spawning off, then we get to see things just the way they are and get worse.
I think we're tired of being tired. And I think it's time that we meet power with power. That's just my opinion. We have to meet power with power now. Nothing else is working.
I agree. Well, I want to thank you, John. Thank you,
Love you, John.
for coming up here.
I love you too, K Money.
Having another black man come up here and just provide knowledge, like we have LA and YJ and Legend come up here. This is what we need more of. And sisters, queens, the brothers we've been answering the call, not as frequently as you may want, but we here. So we want to hear from y'all as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and play another song. Like I said, I thank y'all for coming up.
Okay, I love y'all. I'm dropping down. Bro.
All right, sis.
Thank you for having me, Brother Boss Blake. I'm going to drop down too. Much love to the chat room tonight for joining Boss Blake. And you and I shall continue our conversation, our quest to move things in a positive direction. Much love to you, brother.
Most love, man. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, you too. One love.
One love. It's K Money and John Q, man. I appreciate them for coming up, man. We need all voices heard. If you got a lot of ideas and knowledge inside your head and you're not speaking upon it, what are you worth? You feel me? I appreciate everyone's opinion. You know what I'm saying? And your knowledge is welcome. If it's not accurate, we can all figure that shit out together. There's no one in this chat in this family that's going to be disrespected. And I put that on God. You feel me? So we're going to go to another song. If legend up by then, we'll hear from the legend. If not, we'll close out. Love y'all, man. Let's keep this thing going. We got this. We just got to keep the momentum that we created in 2020, bring it over here in 2021. We can't forget what happened, because I haven't. I know you haven't. So we're going to get a jam in, and I'll be back with y'all.
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself?
Coming from the bottom, where they don't want it from. Don't be amazed, brother, nigga, I'm one of us. My skin color don't make a nigga gullible. I'm from the slums and the mud, they don't wanna come. Just understand that they wanna keep us under. But we caught in the undercurrent, hoping we ain't coming up. They tell us anything, hoping that we dumb enough. Teachers ain't paid enough, proof they afraid of us. We should be elated with the blacks graduating. Instead of hating, we should throw a goddamn celebration. Celebrate every black kid. They say they wouldn't make it. Grab the same piece of paper shit and throw it in their faces. This is not about being racist, this about making changes. This about blacks in America. They consider straight. They say we dangerous, but your people hang on us. You damn right we act out when you fuckers anger us. It never been a game to us. The picture that they paint of us. We've been at war so long, it's been us that been training us. I see why y'all afraid of us. Just the route y'all been taking us. We've been fighting for our freedom, y'all fuckers ain't paying us. But we can't kneel down, motherfucker, get down. Oh nah, motherfucker don't like how that sound. So they send a motherfucker with a little bit of power and a whole bunch of guns trying to take niggas out. Y'all think a nigga sleep, don't you? Y'all think a nigga sleepwalking. We just hear a bunch of cheap talking. Motherfucker, just keep talking. You can catch me on the beach walking. Sand in my feet, nigga, see stalking. You took lives and we took loss. It's about time that you motherfuckers see crosses. Don't be scared now, nigga. We pissed off and we coming for your head now, nigga. I wonder with the drawers off, hit 'em with the sword off. Nigga, we a throw it off. Nigga, let's kill 'em all. Don't be scared now, nigga. We pissed off and we coming for your head now, nigga. I wonder with the drawers off, hit 'em with the sword off. Nigga, we a throw it off. Nigga, let's kill 'em all. 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 I wonder with the drawers off, hit 'em with the sword off. Nigga, we a throw it off. Nigga, let's kill 'em all.
We have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough. And it is because of our effort toward getting straight to the root that people oftentimes think we're dealing in hate. We are oppressed. We are exploited. We are downtrodden. We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Dope boys. Remember Trayvon? Remember Sandra? Philando? All this on camera. All black people getting mishandled. But we got a president made it in with a scam. You say you tuned in, but I think you on the wrong channel. Damn, this is real life. Treat it like a fan. When the light gon' shine, I ain't talking about a can. Niggas killing over Jay. Nigga, God won't sand. The murder rate done change. It increased more pain. Not a damn thing change. Still more murder, more slain. Treat a nigga like EA. It's all in the game. It's all about the name. And that's a goddamn shame. Obama wanna change, but they treat him like a lame. Why, man? Because of his goddamn race. They ain't like him anyway. But Trump so I wish he had a damn AK. Can't get his ass out the way. See his ass gotta pay. I get mad every day. But the white folks, he better than Obama any day. Can you believe that shit? That shit sounds great. He just taking up space. He in the goddamn way. He can grab on. He don't give a fuck what he say. But he the man that's making us great. Y'all can't be away. If that's what y'all think this way, y'all dummies insane. Y'all think a nigga sleep, don't you? Y'all think a nigga sleepwalking. We just hear a bunch of cheap talking. Motherfucker, just keep talking. You can catch me on the beach walking. Sand in my feet, nigga, see stalking. You took lives and we took loss. It's about time that you motherfuckers see crosses. Don't be scared now, nigga. We pissed off and we coming for your head now, nigga. I wonder with the drawers off, hit 'em with the sword off. Nigga, we a throw it off. Nigga, let's kill 'em all. Don't be scared now, nigga. We pissed off and we coming for your head now, nigga. I wonder with the drawers off, hit 'em with the sword off. Nigga, we a throw it off. Nigga, let's kill 'em all. 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 I wonder with the drawers off, hit 'em with the sword off. Nigga, we a throw it off. Nigga, let's kill 'em all.
No enemy has ever been able to cause such damage to us as we inflict upon ourselves. The inexorable decay of our urban centers has flared into terrifying domestic conflict as the pursuit of foreign war absorbs our wealth and energy. Squalor and poverty scar our cities as our military might destroys cities in a far-off land to support oligarchy to intervene in domestic conflict. The president who cherishes consensus for peace has intensified the war.
This is Body to Beat Global. Music Group.
That was see crosses. The motherfuckers gonna see crosses. Anyway, we got the legend in the building, man. This is our last segment, but I wanted Legend to come up here because he was dropping some bombs in that chat. And one thing, he talked about was, hitting the pockets, and he brought up that Asian thing. So I want the Legend to come on here and express and tell you guys what he's been telling me. So maybe you guys can understand how the Legend feel. Go ahead, bro.
Oh yeah, what's up, everybody? What's good, man? You can hear me clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, man. Nah, what I was meaning in depth about hitting them in their pockets, I mean, like I was saying, like I told you numerous of times, first of all, we got to stop trying to help their ass pay off the debt to China because, I feel as though we're not personally responsible for that because when they wrote the Constitution, they weren't talking about us as people in the Constitution specifically, first of all. So with that being said, we shouldn't be responsible for this debt that they've accumulated. If we stop going not only and buying their products and going to the places where they make stuff and things that they get imported in, then that not only cripples their pockets, but then that makes them turn around and look at society and say, well, do we really need to continue hurting these people? Do we really need to keep trying to come and kill these people when these are the people that's making sure we live and survive? These are the people that's making sure that we're the ones that's good at the end of the day. See, that's when you got to put all of that pride aside and get a piece of humility. And when you got that piece of humility, then you got to regroup and think about how you're really moving and acting accordingly. And because of that issue, if you really hurt them, what they really care about, you take away the money, they ain't got power. If they ain't got power, they ain't got nothing to do with you. They got to talk to you. Not only that, when it comes to negotiation, and this is another thing I was piggybacking off of earlier, I wasn't trying to say like we're accepting the injustices in America rudely. I was saying the way that we are accepting them is because as soon as something happens, we're willing to work a little bit. We're willing to try this a little bit. We're willing to accept whatever it is they're willing to give us instead of going the whole yard and not being complacent in what little bit of progress we got for that time being. And instead of going all the way through and trying to get not only laws changed to make it seem like we are included, to stop all this hate crime, stop all this racist stuff, and trying to make the classes of America more evenly distributed, then it won't be all these, you're in this class, you're in this class, you're living this way, you're living this way. Everybody got the same kind of wealth. Nah, man, it's a lot going on, man, but it's going to take us as a society, us as a group of people, us as human beings, in order to get, and not just human beings, but us as the black race or what they want to refer to us as the minorities, in order to push past this and make our points driven more than theirs. Because as long as they have what they have, their resources, and they keep showing us and we accept it, they're going to continue to win. As long as we lay down and accept what they give us, they will always win. It's going to take a pushback from a mass of people, not just one person, not just few here and there. It's going to take a pushback from a mass of people, not just the blacks, the Mexicans too, the Asians, everybody of the minority race that they're afraid of being the majority race in the next 8 years, okay? If everybody pushes back like that, you can't move what you want to move. You can't do what you want to do. You can't control who you want to control. Now you got to be buddy pal friend with this nigga because guess what? You need that nigga. Now ain't that some shit?
Hey, I can't disagree with what you said. It's just that the power in which they have compared to what we have and how long they've had it is like the balance is so far off. And it's like we feel like if we unite, we gain back power. Is it enough power? You know what I'm saying? Is it enough power if we hit they pockets? The main, I call them the main players, but then you have the minor ignorant motherfuckers who just gonna do what they do regardless because when you hate somebody, you hate somebody. It don't matter. There's nothing you can change on how they feel towards you. Of course, we know the powers that be don't want their pockets punished, so they're gonna make something change. And I'm feeling what you're saying is it's gonna twinkle down to the small players. Is that what you're trying to say?
It's gonna twinkle down to what?
To the people who really have no power that hate us as well.
Yeah, it's going to trickle down to the people that don't have power, because whether you believe it or not, or you want to look at it this way, we're actually the one that gave them power. We're allowing them to still continue to have the power to do the things that they want to do. So in the reality, we're the ones that really have the power to determine how these things go and play out. If we do what we're supposed to do as a society and a race, then we take away what the fuck we gave them. They have no control no more.
Yeah, John Q say, that's the channel we have to change. Our dependency on them being a provider of life resources. We have to develop our own. And I know that's one thing me and you talked about,
right?
You know, especially when it comes to, you know, farming and stuff like that. So I agree with you, John. I definitely agree with you on that, bro.
Like, think about this, because back in the days, and I'm not talking about our days, I'm talking about our ancestors that actually got brought over here on slave ships. They used to put rice grains and seeds in their braids, in their hair, and bring it over here to make sure that they had something to survive with, because they knew what they was finna get into didn't have no chance of survival for them.
It's real. Well, I definitely appreciate you coming on here and sharing the mind, the knowledge, and the love for your people, man. So we're going to get up out of here, man. I appreciate you. We're going to go to another jam, and we're going to end the night with that one. That was The Legend, Boss, John Q, K Money, and this is for the whole family. You know, I got nothing but love for y'all. Stay solid as a rock, man. So with that being said, let's go ahead and end the night with our anthem. Solid as a rock. Y'all be easy, man. One love.
Special.
Headed to the top, no, I will not stop. I came from the bottom, I will not drop. Shalom to my people and everybody that rock. Just know it don't stop. We at the top, bitch, we solid as a rock. No, I will not stop. I came from the bottom, I will not drop. Shalom to my people and everybody that rock. Just know it don't stop. We at the top, bitch, we solid as a rock. Oh yeah, my people coming through. You gon' make us like a goddamn fool, and I'ma pack me a tune. Rap right, I'm a fool. See the facts, it's the truth. Move back, I'm a shit. This is me attacking the madman strapped in the coop. You can ask for the proof, bitch, I'm back and I'm loose. I can't laugh at a fool, cause he have no clue. This ain't just rap in the booth. I'm half man, half fool, but I am that dude. I take baths in the truth, and half ass won't do. We won't let your ass come through. You won't outlast this group. I'ma stand and salute. 10 toes down with my troops. We yelling man down when we shoot. We on the ground with the boots. And if you're looking around for the truth, it get a little loud in the booth. Don't make a damn time. I'm headed to the top. No, I will not stop. I came from the bottom. I will not drop. Shalom to my people and everybody that rock. Just know it don't stop. We at the top, bitch. We solid as a rock. No, I will not stop. I came from the bottom. I will not drop. Shalom to my people and everybody that rock. Just know it don't stop. We at the top, bitch. We solid as a rock. I can go back, but I won't go back to the trap. In the trap, it's a rap. In the trap, it's a bunch of damn rats. I'm a man, you won't trap me like that. So I'm here to speak the fact. Oh yeah, break 'em down on the track. I'm trying to reach every man in the benefit seat. In fact, stand tall. God damn it, we black. They try to take that by giving us crack. Well, we giving that back. It's a race and we running this track. It's a war, yeah, we coming right back. And we ain't taking no slack. And no more shooting us in the back. It's called unity, we all intact. Underground railroad track, we unified all over this map. Old school coming through in the lack. And we dressed all black. Y'all done gave us the best y'all got. You know we running for Ahmaud What y'all forgot? Headed to the top. No, I will not stop. I came from the bottom. I will not drop. Shalom to my people and everybody that rock. Just know it don't stop. We at the top, bitch. We solid as a rock.